Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ryan Mickle coming at you with another Flashcard Friday. All right, we're winding this thing down. We're coming down to the end here, and just remember, guys, you are one deal away, one deal from changing your entire financial future. We have these flashcards. We've designed them. We've broken them down into talking to buyers, talking to sellers, doing some real estate math that you really must know as an investor, and of course, how to find off-market properties. And conveniently enough, a deck of cards has hearts and diamonds and clubs and spades to, basically you can follow each one of those suits to talk to sellers, talk to buyers, do the math, you get the drill. So if you don't have these cards, just go ahead, click the link below, get a set. It's really affordable, and just practice these things for 5 minutes a day. It's all it takes, and you'll be on your way to have meaningful conversations with sellers and being able to get some of the information out of them that they otherwise would not have given to you because you were not practicing these techniques, these phrases, and using these cards. So, let's just go ahead and jump into this next card here. We have you know what? I invented this one. This is my own personal contribution to this deck of cards here. A lot of these I have paid money for. I've learned it through training. I've learned it from hearing some other great investors. And then a few of these things in here are my own special spin or my own special mix. This particular card right here is my own invention as well. This is how I decide whether or not I'm going to purchase a property as a seller finance transaction. And this one I call the Pre Foreclosure 10% rule. So this is the 3 of spades, as you can see. And it is it's a Pre Foreclosure 10% rule. And quite proud of this one. Pat myself on the back here. I got tired of looking at properties and realizing that they weren't going to work out for me. What I mean by that is I would have people I would have my bird doggers, my property scouts. They would bring me deals, and I got tired of looking at deals and realizing this is not going to work. This is not going to work, and I had to back out and go, you know what? Why is this not working? Why are they bringing me properties that aren't fitting into my model? And I had to think about what I was doing unconsciously. Just happened to pure genius of putting my deals together, making them work. And I realized, I'm like, oh crap, I never taught this to anybody. I just did it naturally. And so that's where I came up with my 10% rule. So let me go ahead and read this one to you. So when seller financing, I need to know on the fly if I have a deal or not. And this is really key, especially when you're driving by, you see the house or you're knocking on the door or whatever. So the way you do this is the after repair value, the ARV, multiplied by 10%. So round numbers here. ARV is $100,000, 10%, $10,000. That number needs to be greater than any back-end payments, any deficiencies, delinquent taxes, delinquent payments, any referral fees if I'm paying any of that. That 10% ARV needs to be greater than my all-in money into the deal. So here's an example. This is a $300,000 example, and back payments are $13,700. So if we have a $300,000 house, 10% of ARV, so ARV is $300,000, 10% is going to be $30,000. And then we have all-in money is $13,700. So they're behind $13,000 in payments. Now you might think oh my gosh, that's a lot of payment money. But here we go. I have $30,000 that I'm playing with. And why am I playing with this money? Because when I seller finance a home, I'm seller financing it for 10% down. So I know in my mind that I'm going to get close to that $30,000 mark. And if there's $13,000 that's owed on this property, this $30,000 is going to gobble that up, and I'm going to keep the residual. I'm going to have the change. So whatever that ends up being, $16,000, $17,000 and change, that's mine. So this is going to be a deal as long as I collect at least 10% down. So on the fly, this is my pre-foreclosure 10% rule. If I'm looking at a house and I see the ARV is $400,000, and I'm looking at a back payments of $65,000, $70,000, I'm going to pass on that one. There's no way that I'm going to get a 10% down payment. We're talking about, that's a lot of money too. I've gotten that much money on properties. Don't get me wrong. I've done well into the $50,000 range on some of the properties that I have. But if I'm out over that 10%, it's going to cut into all my profit. I'm going to have to come out of pocket for that. It's just not going to work. And so I'm seeking for properties that have the highest ROI as far as 10% down payment money and the lowest notice of default or reinstatement amount or back taxes or whatever it is in order to bring that property current so that I can cash flow it as a cash flowing seller financed rental property or rent to own, however I'm going to do that one. So that is the pre-foreclosure 10% rule. Again, we have tons of math stuff that you need to know. Some of the stuff you can find on the internet, some of the stuff you won't be able to, just like this one, unless you find my videos on YouTube or Facebook. But that's the 3 of spades, the pre-foreclosure 10% rule. And this one has been a lifesaver for me and for the guys that I've trained to go out and buy some seller finance properties. So go ahead and get yourself some flashcards. Click the link right there below. Go and jump on over to bootstraprei.com/flashcards and get yourself a copy. And I will see you guys on the next video.